Hey guys, it's mid-July already, and I'm not quite ready to get the RV out for a weekend trip just yet. I'll show you what I mean. It's been like since May since I did any updates, and I know some of you guys stop in from time to time to make sure I'm still kicking, so I thought I'd touch base and show you where I'm at, which is about up to here, which is about normally where I stay in projects. So let me show you around a little bit. I'll try to make this kind of a short one and cover the high points, and thanks for dropping by. Alrighty, so since I touched base with you last time, I've yanked the carburetor off and I've got her tore down and going back, and I kind of realized that I've probably never been into a quadrajet carburetor in my entire life, so this is kind of a new thing for me. I wanted to show you all this that are in the know of you. These two thick base gaskets, along with this steel shim, stainless steel heat shield shim gasket, were under this dang carburetor. I think they might have had some trouble with vapor lock, and were trying their best to get it isolated, but that's crazy. It's like they're all gaskets, pretty well. I mean, they're basically all gaskets. This is kind of a heat shield. I kind of like those, but anyway, this is what the kit came with, and it's got the little phenolic or plastic type spacer, so you don't over torque it. It bottoms out on those instead of warping the frame of the carburetor theoretically. So anyway, I've got tore into that, and it's all tore all to heck. I took a couple of shots or cans of carburetor cleaner and cleaned it out and shot passages and this, that, and the other as best I could. The kit came with I ordered a brass float, which is kind of cool, new accelerator pump, and I've got the manual inside that's got a full tear down and rebuild in the dadgum manual, which is kind of cool because it's specific to this carburetor. There's the evidence of the old power brake hose that I went and spent about 25 bucks on a new one. That thing goes almost to the headlight. I gotta get it routed right, but I've got it hooked into the manifold. I pulled the old distributor out, and I'm reasonably sure I got that clocked the same as the old one. We'll see. Cleaned up the valve covers pretty decent and got them painted, stuck back on. Got the intake stuck back on with the new gaskets. Went ahead and put my new silicone elbows on the oil filler tube here and underneath the front. Same thing. There's my cap for the new distributor. It came with it. Hope I can get those plug wires run to where they look pretty good. It's kind of hard to do on an Oldsmobile. They're laid out kind of funny to me. Of course, I've always worked on small block Chevys and big block Chevys and various other type things. So there's where my unit started here. I mean, that's where the filler tube goes. And I painted this cap red because people have tend to put water in these, which is bad because it goes into the engine, so you don't want water in there. But it's been done like quite a bit. I'm probably never going to paint this thing, but I wanted to show you this as a stopgap, and boy, the old sun's on it right now, so you can see how hideous it is. But I'll try to shoot a still in here how hideous it looked before I did that. So I think you'll be kind of pleasantly surprised. This was all chunked out all along here. That's the first place I hit, and I stepped back, and I'm like, well, you know, that's the farther you get back, the better it looks. So there you go. I've got her back up on jack stands. It wasn't quite as big of a Herculean feat this time to get it back up there. Still got a bunch of work to do underneath. While I had it up, I yanked these tires off, and I put my new brake lines on here. Been up a couple more brake lines. Changed out the Schrader valve. It was leaking like crazy. These little bags seem to be holding air pretty good. These were all rusted up when I took them off, and I put them in, EVAPO-RUST. That's what it is, EVAPO-RUST. Cleaned them up real nice. Then, of course, I stuck them back on there, started rusting. While I had them off, I just set them off on a piece of cardboard and hit them with some black paint. I think that helped a little bit because they were looking about like this. I'd probably go ahead and do that on the rest of them because might as well. Oh, haven't done anything else to speak of. The old motor's looking better, but that's not saying a whole lot. It'll get there. To get the stuff out of the way where I could kind of move around in here, I've got both of my seats in the mini storage. I wanted to show you this thing on the engine hatch. It looks like it kind of got hogged out, and I'm kind of wondering when I pulled the carburetor off, those extra gaskets, those things fit in there pretty tight. So I'm thinking those extra gaskets might have been enough that daggum the hatch didn't fit down there nice and snug, and they fixed it with a wood chisel or something. But anyway, I guess if it works, it ain't dumb, but it's still kind of dumb to me. I've got my Rec Pro sitting in there, that little converter, and I have used it quite a bit, but I haven't got it reseated. I went ahead and grabbed a vent line for the water tank, stuck a new one of them on there. My little vent's working out good. Vent fan's working out. I like it. And gonna get back on it. Sure but slow. I've been riding my bike a little bit. Finally, I had this dadgum helmet that is ancient, and man, it was kind of uncomfortable, and it was a little sketchy. So Arthur Fulmer, I was digging around in the padding of it looking to see how long I'd had it, and it was a 1999 model. You're supposed to replace them every 5 years from what I understand, so I might have been a little overdue on that one. Did a lot of research. Looked on Facebook Marketplace and come up with this shoey. It's a, let's see what they call it, Ventec or Aerotech, crap. Anyway, it's a second generation, and the kid had bought it whenever the new ones were coming out, and had run it for a little while. It's got this little Bluetooth intercom system, and it's one of that they made for shoey, and it's kind of crappy, but that's okay. I don't really want to get all electrified on it anyway. The bike's doing good. Haven't really done anything to it this year. Need to change the oil on it probably, but it's running dadgum Mobil 1, so you know, you can run that stuff for friggin' ever and it's still gonna hold up. Clothes are always an issue. I'd freeze my rear end off or burn up. So I'd kind of been looking at these lustfully, these Climb. I wanted to get some what they call mesh gear for the summer riding, and this kept coming up on the reviews, and it doesn't look like mesh, but it is. It's got quite a bit of airflow. They call it a Marrakesh model, which sounds pretty exotic. That stuff's like gold, man. The pants and jacket are like $350, $400 plus a piece. So I got that from a guy that was secondhand off of Marketplace for $400. And I feel like that was a lot to spend, but it was probably going to be worthwhile. It is a lot more comfortable to ride, and it stays a lot cooler, and it keeps my leg from burning up on that dadgum pipe that's sitting out there. Man, those suckers right there, those pipes will bake your leg. And so on this showy, this helmet, I got it for $365. So they're like $850 new for the Aerotech or VTech, Neotech, something Tech, Model 3. So I got to get this mess cleaned up and made into a carburetor again. I've disabled the choke system, so I'm not sure what to do about this unless I just pull it wide open. I think they make a electric heater unit for these, like on the little Hollies and stuff. You just run a line to them that's hot whenever the key's on, and it heats up an element, and it starts moving your spring to pull your choke off. I got to check into that a little bit more. So there we are. It's a bloody mess. I'm gonna get to it and try to get some stuff sorted and little mini tasks done. I'm looking forward to getting the carburetor stuck back on it and the timing set and getting it running again. So that's just a little bit closer. Man, stuff just comes up. Well, my aunt and uncle were here. I hung with them all the time, which is great, and I wouldn't say any different. Wouldn't have had it any other way. But that was a couple of weeks that was what it really didn't get anything done. And then a week or so after that, my sis took off for just 4 days, which, you know, to Boston. But it seemed like that took about a week and a half, because I was kind of dreading that, you know, coming up. And then when I took her to the airport, that was a day that was kind of screwed up, and I'd going getting her, that was another day that was kind of screwed up. Plus it got hotter than crap for about a week and a half here. Reminded me of that meme thing, this can't be the same 90-degree weather I used to run around in when I was a kid, because it sure did seem hot. Here in the northeast of Nashville, Middle Tennessee, it's pretty humid. It's not as humid as it is in the deeper south, but it'll sure make you want to stay under the air conditioner if you got it. I better quit rambling. I just wanted to check in with you and say hi, say thanks for dropping by, and I'm doing good, slow but sure, and I'll get her done and have some adventures along the way. Thanks for dropping by. Take her easy. Talk with you later. Bye.